Welcome to Cuemby podcast. We unravel the inspiring narrative of our tech leaders, Hitomi, Krister, and Stephanie. The podcast will deliver exclusive insights into the latest industry trends and our cutting-edge products. Tune in for more exciting episodes and stay tuned for exploring the technology frontier with Cuemby podcast.
Hello, community, again with a very important person for Cuemby, our co-founder and CPO, our lovely Hitomi Mizugaki. Hello, Hitomi.
Thank you very much. Hi, how are you?
Very good, Hitomi. Nice. So we have been like the whole community, every hero that wants to unleash DevOps superpowers is waiting to understand who's behind the production, who's behind the product. And we have already been with Angel, that is the technical co-founder. But now we want to be with the CPO, who's Hitomi, very briefly, and what's the role behind her with the Cuemby Cloud Platform.
Of course. So, hi everyone. My name is Hitomi Mizugaki. I'm the co-founder and a chief product officer at Cuemby. So, people think, oh, because I'm a co-founder, I have some kind of, amazing background and experiences. But I just started as I started my career as sales and business development, and then transition my career to tech. And I started working with the co-founder Angel Ramirez. He actually hired me as his member when I was starting a career in tech. So ever since, I've been working with him on different projects and companies, and now at Cuemby. The because of the background in business development and sales, I understand the importance of delivering the products and services that customers want. So I kind of grew into the role of product development, so that I'll be able to bring in the needs of the customers in the market and actually create that as a product, as to, well, this is a cool feature, let's build it, without really verifying the market needs. So that's what I do at Cuemby.
One of the big important questions is what is the key superpower that you develop in DevOps at Cuemby?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just an ordinary person. So, but when you think about all the superheroes, usually, they're like regular people like us, and they one day discover the superpower. They struggle, like, why I have this power, what am I supposed to do? Have some kind of conflict, and then like tragedy happen, and they are able to use the power, overcome, you know beat the evil guy, and then be able to find the way to utilize the superpower, right? So I think it's the same way with my journey at Cuemby. We've been helping companies that are struggling with scaling, reliability, security, and infrastructure of the software. And as we are helping, we start to see the patterns, like, okay, this is not just one company's problems. Many companies struggle with it. What can we do to help? So by focusing on that, how can we solve this problem? How can we make this easier to overcome for all those companies? We are able to develop this tool, Coinbase Cloud Platform. So I think that the really helping, and then our desire to help the companies, and also making it simple. How can we make the product that's accessible without the knowledge and experience of all those cloud native technologies, Kubernetes, and experiences of using these technologies? And how can we make it really easier and accessible to people? So that desire really kind of drove us to develop the product. So I guess the key superpower is really listening to the customers and really understand the market needs, and then really understand the end users pain point. So I think that's the superpower.
Amazing, because usually people They don't understand that listening is a superpower. Here we have it. Perfect. Hitomi, I mean, we understand that the company has a
Mhm,
platform as a service that is called Cuemby Cloud
mhm.
Platform, but how we can interpolate or interconnect vision and mission of Cuemby within the platform? What's the vision and the mission of Cuemby?
Oh, wow. So, really, as I said, really make the cloud transformation easier and accessible, really simplifying all those things, so that is it, as we see, everybody's using technologies, everybody using phones, and it's not gonna stop. And really to enable that, you need to have a infrastructure, right? To enable the software to deliver the value, and that is going to be more complex and demanding. And because we are living in a globalized world, how are we going to, we need to reach out, the software needs to reach out to people in different countries all over the world 24/7. So that creates lots of complexity to software. And we really want to make sure that all the companies that deliver the value to be able to continue to do so in a simple way, without having increasing burden on, for instance, cloud costs and managing securities, or be able to comply. I mean, with all the policies that they have internally. So really, our focus is to simplifying that cloud transformation, and also be able to really unlock the DevOps, like to be able to automate and deliver the value quickly, be able to do that with just a few clicks, very simple process. So that's Coinbase's vision and mission.
Thank you very much. In fact, it
Hmm.
resonates with a lot of companies and basically all
Hmm.
non or cloud native companies will need eventually to
Hmm.
automate and have DevOps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having this as a premise that you had just told us,
Okay.
how can we achieve that this automating process or this platform as a service can help to cover a wider audience? I think you said it
Ooh.
before, but more into
Hmm.
how easy it is because it's for everyone.
Yes. Yes. So first of all, I don't know if some of the audience have seen how many cloud technologies are out there in so many different categories. It's extremely overwhelming, right? And then, and the technologies are evolving constantly. So for, people to learn every single technology needs like decades and hundreds of years, of learning and implementing, and we don't have time for that, right? So what we did was really, extracted what's more important and what's beneficial and making it very simple. So currently we have a web UI to be able to use, and then just simple, quick, and then be able to deploy an application and then using Kubernetes, applying all the best practice, industry best practices, and be able to deploy an application. So, you know, as I said, we are really simplifying, the cloud native technologies and, the DevOps practices. And the also, of course, this is the tool, the Cuemby Cloud Platform that we develop is for engineers. So we'll have different options to interact with the Cuemby Cloud Platform. One is through the CLI, and then also we're gonna have all the be able to use it with for instance Gloomy or Terraform, and then also we're gonna have the SDK. So the engineers will be able to interact with Cuemby Cloud Platform in a different way. The other thing is that we would like to open source our technology in the future, and that will really help reach the wider audience, I believe, be able to have this tool accessible. And of course, we're going to have more robust like enterprise version for companies that require high availability. But we I think the that will having the open source version will help it, reaching the wider audience. Another thing, one more point, is that we have built communities of engineers, and always listening to the trend, what they're working on, and then also the the trend and what they're working on, what they're struggling with. So having the direct voices from engineers who are actually working on cloud technologies really help us understand what they are looking for, what kind of tools they need. So I think having these mindset really help create a product that is easier to be accepted by these audiences, the engineers. So I think these are the points.
Amazing. In fact, helping us navigate to the CNCF ecosystem is also a way to understand and interact with the whole open source
Hmm.
eco environment. Another thing, Hitomi, it's amazing how you have done and achieved this product for some time already. But now let's get into the personal, maybe strategic aspect that is having a company and being a co-founder that is not easy. And what can you consider will be a field of diversity and inclusion in technology now that you're a co-founder in a company?
Okay, so I never really thought about that. Me being a woman in I'm Asian, obviously, right? And what it means to be a co-founder, being a minority and Asian person. Yes, I have encountered some difficulties, building this company because of my, race or my background, but it really didn't bother me. And I think it's because we have the environment, for my co-founders, my Krista and Angel. We are always open, and we really focus on what value we could bring as an individual, as to oh, you're from this background, or you're from this race, you're from of this gender. So I think again, I'm not an extraordinary person, but I have, because I have this vision and passion and commitment to our goals. Really, some of the challenges really didn't hinder me, like bother me from like moving forward. And then also having the supportive community by my side really, really helped. Like especially Angel Ramirez. He's the co-founder of the company. When I was starting with my career in tech, I had some difficulties and challenges, and he really helped me navigate through that. And having someone who will advocate for you and help me, help navigate through that some challenging environment, really it's important in like thriving in a like I would say like the environment where the majority of the engineers or people who are working in the industry, tech industry, are uh, the men, right? So I think that really really helped. Uh, but really, you know, now that I'm building this company, I feel that I have a responsibility to really show that, regardless of who you are, you can, do what you love and then be able to enjoy it. So, yes, because of the, the responsibility I have, I am kind of, it really motivates me to work in the community and then be in various places so that I'll be able to inspire other women in tech, or maybe Asian people in tech, um, to be able to get involved and pursue their passion in technology.
That's amazing, Hitomi. And in fact, I think the keyword could be unlabeling because we put a lot of labels and it's talent. And as you say, what drives us is passion. And that's amazing. Kudos for that because that's not easy. Having the
Yes.
passion and having a team that supports you, it's really, really powerful. Now let's talk about a little bit about the future in technology.
Ah,
Um, Between this journey with Cuemby, what are the lessons that you have learned in the tech industry? What if you can give us an advice? What advice can you give us?
mhm. Yes. I mentioned earlier that I think the trend of technology is to make the life easier, right? Like, all the technologies are born so that we'll be able to, accomplish our goals easily. However, now, if you look at, for instance, like DevOps, right? It is to really automate for instance, the deployment of application easily. But um, now the DevOps team use average 12 tools. They manage 12 tools to do their work. And that's unbelievable. That's a lot of tools, right? So what I start to see as a trend is that because we want to simplify things so much that we ended up overcomplicating things. I think our life became very convenient because of the technologies, but behind it, there's so many things. Software got so complex. I believe that 50% of engineers said that software got complex in the last 10 years. So, I think we have lots and lots of complexities to manage in, delivering value with software. So, so what can we do? It's really, that's the reason why I created, Cuemby Cloud Platform to really simplify, what you don't have to learn like 12 stack of, technologies or the tools and more tools. Just do it in one, and we take care of everything behind the scenes. So really, yes, the simplification created complexity, but we need to go above that and then make it easier for everybody without the experience and knowledge to be able to manage things. The another thing that the lesson that I learned in this journey is that I think the we always need to evolve and then innovate. I believe that not innovating and being stagnant is going backward because we are always in forward motion, right? The time goes by and then things are moving forward. And if you don't move forward with the time, I think we're going to go behind. So at Quimby, we are constantly, innovating, constantly learning. I think, and then also never settle, right? Okay, we deploy, one feature, so is it working? People like it. After that, actually the battle starts, right? To see like what values the teacher is actually bringing and evaluate and keep improving. So, that's the second point I have. And then the third point is, now I think the industry is talking about AI. Everywhere you turn, it's AI, right? And in fact, I use AI to manage some of the tasks, and it's amazing and convenient. And I think the trend is gonna, like accelerate. Our life will be really, immersed with the AI capabilities. Of course, it gives lots of productivity. Um, but I think the technology is as good as the person who uses it, right? So what I mean by what is that yes, we have so many tools, but how you're gonna apply it. Technology itself doesn't solve the problem, right? I was I read somewhere that the AI could solve all the world's problems. But the problem is that we as humans, we are not implementing all the solutions that's proposed by AI, right? And then, so yes, we have beautiful, like amazing tools out there. But if you can really, fully utilize them, what's the use of the tools? So, in a sense, Cuemby Cloud Platform, like we really study all the tools and extracted the best out of it and implement it in a package into one, platform. So anybody who has, who's not sure how to use the technology, still learning, is able to use it and be able to, um, get the best out of all each, the tools that we, put together. And so, of course, with Quemby, just using the tool doesn't solve the problem. So, we learned that we also like we need to also provide support or hand holding or due diligence to understand what's happening with the company so we can help create a roadmap for them to go through and then implement the technology, maybe change some culture, maybe change some internal processes so that they'll be able to fully transform. So these are the 3 points that I have about the what I learned in the journey.
Very complete. In fact, it's very, very straightforward, and people will understand that the platform is not only a platform as of today, but it's going to be continuous, and it's a whole cycle that we're trying to develop. In fact, what you say is very interesting about we have been all over the years understanding machine learning. Now we don't call it machine learning, we call it AI, right? It's faster, more reliable, but the people that makes the prompts is us, right? The humans. And we need to implement to empower more the artificial
Mhm.
intelligence. More than that, give the shape that we want to have. It's amazing. Thank you, by
Mhm.
the way, because it's very, very clear for the audience. Now
Thank you.
getting into a little bit of the personal reflections. We love that, all right?
Okay.
The personal reflections, and it's like a little bit uh, how women in tech are inspiring for a lot, not only for women but for men, for other minorities. It's what advice can you give a person that is starting today, like an engineer or even a woman that is trying like you, trying to get into technology? We assume a lot, and people don't know what's the key to success. I think you can give us a little bit of the key to success to how we can um, be in this very hard but very amazing technology world.
Mm. Okay. I think there's so many roles in technology, right? Not only engineers, but like the people who manage the process to, maybe sales and even marketing too for non-tech people. So, it's kind of hard to give one fits for all advice, but one of the, a few things. One is that, my role I, used to be a little bit technical, so I understand that some concepts, but I don't code. I don't, touch infrastructure. But I think one of the things that's key to succeeding technology field is to always learn. There's so many new technologies coming up every single day, and there's so many updates happening in existing technologies. So you just need to learn. It's a never ending, process, right? I think anything in life you need to always learn. So um, you can't settle if you want to, keep growing in an industry and your career. So, just have that mindset. And, of course, the second one is having a community or two or more. They are local communities of technology. And currently I'm an organizer of South Florida Cloud Native Meetup, which is the South Florida chapter of Cloud Native Computing Foundation's community group. And we decided to create this group because we can't just learn by yourself. You need a community of people with a like mindset and a passion for learning and to be able to ask questions, you know, um, really exchange ideas, and then that's how how innovation, happens, right? So if you want to grow and then learn, definitely look for local communities of technologies that you're interested in, like for instance, cloud native or maybe the language that you're coding so that you'll be able to ask questions and exchange ideas and then be able to grow like build your knowledge and experience. The so the third one is really enjoy, right? Sometimes when your head's down working, it's like, oh, I'm tired. We're humans, right? But without the enjoyment, it becomes like really painful, right? Just to do, your work. So, find maybe side project or maybe, other ways to really apply your knowledge into something, even volunteering and, teaching others, so that it will give you joy. Because without the joy and, like enjoying what you do, like what's the point, right? So these are the, three things that, you can focus on when you're starting out in technology.
Amazing. Continue learning, community, and
Yes.
enjoying
Yes.
your career. That I think we can put it in a nutshell. That is purpose. In a way, I think
Yeah.
that that's something that you're building very strong within the company. And by the way, this is another highlight. Hitomi, she's the person in charge of the process within the company. So I think that's very important to highlight. She's in charge of the safe process, and that's very important to highlight. Finally, and that's something very rewarding for us to be co-members of Hitomi in the company. But we would like to know what's your most rewarding moment at Cuemby.
Oh my goodness.
Give me just one.
So
I know every day
uh,
is rewarding, but I know that just one that is something that is very. I mean, that's a milestone for you within the company.
there's so many moments, right? We have small wins. We have, we are waiting for the big win to happen. But I try to, cherish all the like, small wins that we have in the process. The recent one was that we are able to launch our beta product and also get user feedback. It's, the most negative one. I love it. It has been like, I'm like, thank you, because we had this concept of building the Cuemby Cloud platform. And by the way, our company is completely self-funded. We built this product with our own hands, right? And then we really thank our team for really working hard to build this, because without them, the product wouldn't exist. And after that, the concept and the fighting, so much, we have this product that people can use. That's the most amazing, the moment. It's not just the moment, but you feel it time to time. And the receiving feedback from users, to me, it's both negative and positive, such an rewarding experience. Having user voices, it's a treasure for me. It's the key for us to improve the product. Without the feedback, how do we know? Like, how would we know, what to do next? So we truly appreciate that, and I, feel, so like I feel so happy just to like hear the user's voice. The other thing is really the relationship I have in this business. The um it gets challenging. I'm not gonna lie. Startup life is challenging. Building product is challenging. Managing a company is challenging. Life is a challenge, right? So, like I'm not gonna complain about that. But when you have a difficult time, what got me through is the relationship I have and commitment I have with these people, right? Like for instance, my co-founders, Angel and Chris, they became my friends along the way. They're business partners, and really, sometimes it get difficult, but when I work with them, I'm like, okay, let's do it. I be determined and move forward, and then you know I realized that, wow, I have wonderful people in my environment. I'm working together with, these people who are committed, passionate, good people, right? Also, you too. We work together, and it really, that has been a very rewarding, not moment, but experience. I don't know about other people, but to me, it's such an fortune to be able to work with amazing people like you guys, right? So, and then be able to like strive for the better and fight for our goals. I think that's such an like amazing experience, like rewarding experience. So, um, it's not really just about like me accomplishing something, but doing it together. You know, and that the sense of accomplishment, like share a sense of accomplishment, is, that's something that I think, really, I feel appreciative and also rewarding.
That's lovely. In fact, the verb or how we use we here in the company is very strong,
Yeah.
and that's amazing because without like by ourselves, and again, this is a principle of DevOps, but usually it doesn't happen in a lot of companies, is that we're building something. We're building a community, we're building a company, we're building a product, and at the end, what we're trying to achieve here is a whole product for a lot of people to solve their like daily issues, right? And
Right.
another thing is that also what is very rewarding now from the other parts of the company is to see a client that is happy and that the product has function and that everything works. And that's why here Hitomi has been with us a very brief moment of her life, hectic life, because she has a very hectic life. She's also a mother of two, a wife, and she has a lot of things to do. And thank you, Hitomi, for your time. And also
Thank you.
inviting you people that we will be next year, very soon, on the 2024, setting one-on-ones to listen to that feedback, to get inspired
Yes.
by Hitomi. And we're going to
Yes.
be sending some invitations. Keep with Cuemby on LinkedIn, Twitter, and any social media or communications. And we will have the one-to-one with Hitomi, and you can tell her what's good about the product, what you have not liked about the product, and what can you implement with the product. So Hitomi, thank you very much.
Yes. Yes.
Have a
Thank you so
great
much.
day, and see you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Explore more by visiting our website Cuemby.com. Subscribe now for a richer insight into technology trends and updates. Thank you for joining us on this tech-filled journey. Stay tuned for more captivating discussion and exclusive content from Cuemby Podcast.